This week on the show.
I head underground in Naples to get a sneak preview of an amazing archaeological discovery.
Oh my gosh, look at this!
Plus, find out why a certain world-famous footballer has a shrine dedicated to him in the city. As restrictions are rolled back, Kat is on the road in the UK to take a roller coaster recovery ride. And we're heading to Sri Lanka to find out about a cleanup campaign along one of the country's historic canals. This is one of the most archaeologically significant sites in the world. The Roman city of Pompeii was destroyed almost 2,000 years ago in 79 AD, when nearby Mount Vesuvius erupted. Meters of ash buried everything, freezing this catastrophic moment in time until its rediscovery in the 16th century.
Walking through the streets of this ancient city under the shadow of the active volcano that destroyed it is actually quite unsettling.
Pre-pandemic, almost 2 million people came here every year, which put a strain on the site and led to it nearly losing its UNESCO heritage status in 2015. But it's come a long way since then, partly thanks to a new director who's made it his mission to protect the site whilst also improving the visitor experience.
It has always been a site evolving with the times. And so it has always been a site to experiment and to try out new approaches, both for the conservation and for the dialogue with the public. And so this is just continuing.
And how do you think this will change the perception of how Pompeii used to be?
It's really about the vision of the past. It's not only the big families, not only the senators and the ones who got the statues on the forum and the local authorities, but it's also the slaves and women who often do not appear in the same way in the written and official sources, and children, and I mean, to see all this complexity of ancient society, that's really important.
The challenge at Pompeii is its exposure to the elements, and climate change means the site is subject to sudden temperature changes, from extreme drought all the way to heavy rain.
Today, new technologies are helping to preserve this invaluable record of Roman life in the 1st century. Drones are helping to map the site. Robots are rebuilding frescoes, sensors are monitoring seismic activity, and thermal imaging cameras are helping keep a check on humidity, helping staff to act quickly if potential danger strikes.
But the real star of the show is, without a doubt, this four-legged robot that bizarrely looks like a dog. Good dog. So Paolo, I've got to be honest, I am geeking out over this. This has got to be the coolest, most elaborate robot I think I've ever seen in my life. So talk to me about what I'm staring at. There's a lot going on here.
It's an incredible piece of technology. Yeah. It's a machine that is able to move around autonomously and is able to bring with it some other technologies, other payloads. Here now you see a computing power where we can run our software, and a laser scanner. That is a special laser scanner that is able to scan while the machine is moving. And the robot itself is able to avoid obstacles, to move autonomously in an environment like this one. And also, since you can upload artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms on it, you can bring AI wherever it is required and it is needed.
By using a combination of technology and a fresh, more inclusive approach to ancient history, the authorities here in Pompeii are hoping for a successful tourist season in 2022, after being closed for almost 2 years. Another part of Naples set for a boost this summer is the La Sanita district, an area that was once partly controlled by the mafia, nicknamed La Camorra, here in Naples. But thanks to a concerted effort from locals, guest houses are popping up, the arts scene is thriving, and the neighbourhood is being transformed. And the latest tourist attraction lies deep below these streets. It's an archaeological gem that's even older than Pompeii, but up until now has been hidden from public view. Beneath a private home, and I've been lucky enough to be promised a sneak preview before the site fully opens to the public later this year. But first, I'm meeting the woman who spent years persuading her husband to share this unique family treasure.
During these 26 years, I don't know how many people asked him to open it, but not only kings or princes or archaeologists or Isabella Rossellini. I don't know how many people. So I say, maybe we have to open it. And he said, no. Please, Alessandra, don't tell me. It's too difficult. Come on, no.
Following our catch-up, Alessandra took me to their property in a seemingly unassuming Naples side street to unlock the door to their hidden subterranean marvel.
Are you ready?
An amazing network of tombs that are almost 2,500 years old, originally part of a necropolis built outside the city walls back when Naples was an ancient Greek settlement.
Yes.
Look at this.
This is the star.
The detail.
It's full.
So you've got to tell me more. This is unbelievable.
Yes. So this is maybe one of the most beautiful tombs in the world, because everybody came here, the archaeologists, they had some reaction. One arrived and said, I want to live here. And so I said to my husband, there is an archaeologist, they want to live in our tomb. Maybe we do something, we must open it. And you can see the color and the architecture, everything is incredible. And we start the restoration from there. So this color are still up the same after 2,500 years. There is color everywhere.
Yeah,
in this.
I can see.
Yes.
And what about this person up there? Who's that? Who have we got here? Is that Medusa?
She's the Medusa, La Gorgona. Yeah, she was bad. And if you go over there, you can see that she's full of color, and you can see the head, and it's incredible, and it's really unique. And she's the star.
It's amazing to think that these tombs lay undiscovered for over 2,000 years. But thanks to Alessandra's powers of persuasion and a lot of hard work, from this June, they'll be open for everyone to see here in Naples. Right, back to the UK next, and we've been busy touring some of the country's biggest attractions as they prepare to deal with 2 years of pent-up demand this spring and summer. And this week promises to be quite a roller coaster.
As restrictions relax, I'm travelling across the UK to see how ready the country's top attractions are. To meet the people getting us excited about travel again and hear their plans for the new normal. Today's trip is to Staffordshire, and to reach the gates of my chosen attraction, I'm catching the monorail. Hello from Alton Towers, the largest theme park in the UK. Now, it's just opened for the season without any government restrictions in place, and although it's been around for over 40 years, I have a confession to make. This is my first time here, so let's go. Sprawling over 900 acres, this was once the residence of the Earls of Shrewsbury. And being a theme park novice, I've enlisted some help.
We're proud to do the 3 rides that they've got up on the Stratosphere.
Sean Sambrook is a full-time roller coaster vlogger with a lot of followers.
No worries. Oh,
Sean, are you a celebrity?
I wouldn't say that. I'm just someone that loves theme parks and loves sharing my adventures, but it's all good fun. I love it.
I think I can guess what we're going to go on, but just confirm it.
We are going on Nemesis.
Nemesis is a classic and is Europe's first ever inverted coaster. It also happens to be Sean's favourite. It's an aggressive start to the day.
It's intense, but it's great. I love it so much. 4 times you go upside down on that ride.
That was really fun, actually.
Amazing.
It was fun.
I feel like that's a great pose, that.
It's strange to think it was only a short time ago attractions like this fell silent. But this is a place that has a long history of embracing change. Before it was a theme park, its main attraction was its gardens.
During lockdown, it was an opportunity to get people back out into some fresh air. So we were able to clear some of the pathways that were not necessarily used previously, and people could come back to Alton Towers and revisit it as, you know, its intended purpose for a great garden.
And for a little bit of escapism too.
Of course, yeah, because obviously the Earl of Shrewsbury wanted to collect all of these elements from around the world. We've got the Dutch gardens behind us, the pagoda fountain, which was Eastern in origin. We've got Grecian mixed in with the Gothic architecture of the time.
Well, the gardens have been perfect to change the pace, but with over 40 rides and attractions, I better cross a few more off my list.
I've been told there's one ride I simply have to try. It's called the Smiler, and it's even collected its own following of superfans that cosplay in the colours of the ride. Guys, you look fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, tell me about Smiler.
And I first saw the ride and I was just completely awestruck with it. From then on, it just became a big, massive obsession. And now this is how I dress daily now.
I started a group.
So you started this website, and that's how you all became friends, because you organised meetups here.
This is the first time we've met with each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this has been a long time coming then.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm still not sure if I want to commit to this ride. It's the world's first 14-loop roller coaster and promises to challenge both your body and your mind. Meet Instagrammer Rollercoaster Rachel and her 10-year-old daughter Sappy, who has yet to ride the Smiler. But is she finally tall enough?
We think so if we've checked right. We hope so, yeah, we hope so. Yeah, we've been checking it home, marking her off on the wall.
Well, now I have no excuse. Wish us luck.
This is scary.
After my day here, I can see places like this mean more to people than thrill-seeking alone.
I work in healthcare, I work in elderly care, and it was quite tough during lockdown and things, so to be able just to come back, it was amazing. I class Alton Towers as my little piece of heaven on earth. That's how it makes me feel.
If theme parks are your thing, then there's a lot planned this year. Chessington World of Adventures are hosting a Mardi Gras event with a difference this May. Paulton's Park have a brand new junior coaster called the Farmyard Flyer. And Legoland Windsor has the UK's first flying theatre ride called the Flight of the Sky Lion. And if you're heading further afield, Disney is celebrating some big anniversaries at its parks in Florida and Paris. And if the last 2 years have taught us anything, it's the unbridled happiness that escapism can bring.
So my trip to Alton Towers is done, and I think I found a ride that's a bit more me.
Naples is a very Catholic city with religious iconography everywhere, but some revere in equal measure the city's unofficial patron saint, Argentine footballer Diego Maradona. At a time when Naples was suffering from unemployment, poor sanitation and organised crime, Maradona, with his own troubled backstory, joined the local team and gave Neapolitan people something to be proud of. And the owner of this bar claims to have a lock of Maradona's actual hair at the centre of what has become a shrine to the man himself. So this is the famous lock of hair. Yeah. Tell me, Bruno, where did you get this from?
Io ho avuto la fortuna 35 anni fa di viaggiare nello stesso aereo con Maradona. Quando lui si è alzato sul poggiatesta, dove poggiava la testa, è rimasta una ciocca di capelli. Io l'ho presa e io, perché per noi Maradona è un santo, è un dio, abbiamo fatto una cosa del genere. Nata per gioco, invece adesso è diventata famosa nel mondo, anche perché adesso è diventato, dopo la sua morte, una reliquia. Per noi napoletani, una persona che viene da fuori e fa tutto questo per Napoli e per i napoletani è una cosa che non dimenticheremo mai. E anche adesso che è un anno che è morto, lui sta sempre nei nostri cuori.
To end this week, we're back with adventurer Karolis Mieliauskas. You might remember that last year, he challenged himself to drive this old banger the length of Lake Baikal and made a pretty good job of it. Well, this time he's leaving combustion engines behind him and opted for a cleaner method of transport. We join him in Sri Lanka, where he's about to begin a journey down the historic Hamilton Canal, heading for the capital, Colombo. Along the way, he'll be discovering how pollution has taken its toll and what locals are doing to clean up their waterways.
Long time no see, Sri Lanka. So humid already here, hot! Hello, gentlemen. I'm looking for a traditional boat to rent for maybe 4 days or 5 days. I want to go down the canal. Gigas? Okay, Gigas Street, what number? Okay, Gigas 4 number. Gigas house number 4, if I understand right. I was following the track that somebody said go right and left, and here I am. The small catamaran is here. Adventure on the very first step. The trip starts. Whoa. I hope to do it in 3 days. Okay, first 100 meters is done.
As I start my journey, I get a warm welcome from the people who live here.
Hello, 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 how are you? Good? Very good, very good. I'm going down the canal. Bye-bye, guys. See you. All the best. And what's the sign? Have a look. Dear neighbors, keep the canal clean. Oh, no good, no good. I was expecting to see some rubbish, but not that bad, not that bad. Looks like rubbish comes from these houses. Tell me please, so is that right that you are cleaning a canal? How many are people like you here? 6 people who are cleaning. Yeah, I think I can see one now. Approaching, hello. That's nice that somebody is doing this.
There is also a local boat tour company that runs rubbish collection days on these waterways. It's run by a guy called Fernando.
Our cleaning project name is Captain Fernando Cleaning Project. So we start this cleaning project in 2016, actually 5 years ago. So step by step we became to a very good stage. Plastic pollution is a big problem these days. If you walk on this beach, so it's very polluted, and if you go on our canal, our lagoon is very polluted. Now people's mind are slowly changing. People just throw the rubbish into the canals. But now people start to think little by little. So long time ago there was canals used for transportation, but now these days people use that to dump rubbish. The easiest thing is not to throw rubbish into the canal. What we can do, educate your brothers and sisters so we can have a clean and healthy lifestyle. So boys, thank you very much for coming. If you are not using plastic, so we have a path for a better world. Thank you.
Yeah, let's make some noise. Woo! Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you, bros.
Looks like he's doing a great job. And they have a lot to do, so somebody has to do it. And I'm very happy to see that a person like Fernando is working on these issues to make our world much greener. And now I'm approaching already here Nigombo. I can see a bridge of the main street, and it's enough for today, for sure.
Coming up next week, there'll be more from Karolis as he continues his journey down those canals in Sri Lanka. And Carmen's in Chile to find out how an ambitious rewilding project is helping to bring life back again to some of the country's biggest national parks.
It's a female deer. You can see her in the distance. She's quite well camouflaged. I can't believe we found one.
In the meantime, you can check us out on social media. You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram at BBC Travel Show. And we're on BBC iPlayer too for loads more fun from our recent trips. Until then, enjoy your travels and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.